Hello friends and welcome back to another episode. My name is Koolio and today we're doing kind of a special second impressions video, like another look at the game Wildstar. Because this is one of my favorite MMOs and I feel like it doesn't get the attention it deserves. Now recently there's been a game that I covered, I'm not going to mention what, that a lot of people are hyped for due to the fact that it has all these different features from different games mashed together into one. But that's about it. There's not a whole lot of unique aspects to it besides maybe the aesthetics. But with Wildstar, let me just name a few of the features that it has, okay? First of all, it's free to play, which is a given. I'm not gonna say that's like a bonus towards it, but it's got housing. It's got the best cash shop I've ever seen in an MMO, hollow wardrobe, war plots, solo and group dungeons, raids, reward programs, great character customization, PvP, battlefields, world bosses, holiday events, crafting, and more. People, this game has so many features behind it and so well done that it deserves more players. And that's why I'm making this video as kind of like your, my statement out there in the world, my public statement. Hey people, you need to play Wildstar. So let's go ahead, let's jump into the game and give it a shot. All right, so we're in character customization. We're just gonna kind of jump through this real quick. I love all the different races. We've got the Arin, the human, the Mordesh, the Granok, the Makari, the Draken, the Chua, and the Cassian. And I know recently they got rid of like the ability where you can't, cross-platform play or cross-play with the other faction and certain stuff. Now you can, which is awesome. More people that can play together, the better. But they've got such unique races. They've got, the basic humans, they're more mystical fairy one, the short technological advanced race, the undead, the big hulking race, two of them actually if you think about it, if you want to go more technology, and then like the demon race, the Draken. So let's go ahead and let's jump in and play as, let's go with the Exiles. Let's go with Mordesh. I always like the Mordesh. I think they're really cool. Like look at this guy. And this game, the cosmetics of the game look beautiful. And if you want to kind of compare this, like if you want a general gist of what Wildstar is, take Ratchet and Clank and mix it with World of Warcraft, okay? That's what I'm going to say it, all right? I'm going to say that out there. If you want a free-to-play World of Warcraft game, this is your best option, like hands down. Let's see what we got. So we've got 6 classes. We've got the Engineer, which is kind of like a tank range character. The Esper, which is kind of like a mystical DPS, like long range DPS. The Medic, the healing class that you can actually do a bit of DPS with. The Spell Slinger, which is a long range DPS class, more physical based, but you can also spec it out to do healing. The Stalker, which is kind of like your rogue class, a little bit of tanking, like offhand tank. And then the Warrior, which is your main tank, upfront damage dealer. Let's go ahead. I'm going to pick the Medic. I think Medics are a really unique class. We've got a couple of like high class armor previews. Like look how sick that looks. That literally looks like a Transformers, okay? Let's jump into here. Now another very unique thing that this game has, I've never seen it in another MMO, is paths. Okay, the paths is kind of a way you can streamline your character to your specific play style. Whether you want to explore, whether you want to check out the lore of the game, like the lore of Nexus, whether you want to go out and help out your fellow adventurers by giving these awesome experience boosts and speed boosts, or if you just want to go around and just wreck the place as a soldier, killing every enemy that you come across. I'm going to go ahead and pick a soldier. I'm a medic soldier. I'm in the middle of the fight. I actually really like the look of this character and I don't want to randomize it all or kind of mess it up. But I will say the game has a lot of character customization. Like that's actually really freaky looking. Like super freaky. This guy kind of reminds me of the character from Resident Evil. Can't remember his name. Okay, well, they've just got all these different slides, all these different facial features, hairstyle, hair color. I'm going to actually change it to green. I think that works really good with his color. You can change his eye color, body type, how like physically fit and everything he is. I think he looks good the way he is right now. But there is a bunch of different options. Make him really skinny, make him super jacked. Actually, I think I'm going to go with, I don't want him to be like, that's probably good right there. And then as well as skin color. So there's a lot of options that you got in terms of wanting to customize the look of your character. Let's jump in. This is where we finalize our character. Let's go ahead and name him Koolio. Healbot. I don't know. I'm just making up some random thing so we can jump in.
The exiles, driven off their planets by the Dominion, have been desperately searching for a new homeworld while being relentlessly hunted across the stars. But in their darkest hour, they discovered the planet Nexus, the fabled homeworld of the Elden who disappeared from the galaxy long ago. Exhausted, but full of hope, the exiles prepared their ancient starships for one final journey to Nexus. And that is where their true adventure begins.
Wildstar, baby! All right, let's jump in. So, one of the other things that's really cool about Wildstar is they give you an option of how to play the starting area, whether you want to just jump right into it or if you want to play kind of a tutorial. I went ahead and picked the tutorial because I've actually played it before and I think it's really good in terms of teaching new players that have never played an MMO before and also enriching you in the world of Wildstar and all the amazing features that they have. If you want a quick rundown of everything that's in the game,
take a look at
play the tutorial.
She's beautiful, ain't she? That's our new home, Nexus. My name's Dorian Walker. Yeah, that Dorian Walker. The one who discovered this place. The exiles need your help, kid. Nexus may be exciting, but it's full of mystery, too. And that's where you come in. This simulation's designed to get you ready for your big adventure before you wake up from cryo and head planetside. I'll tag along to show you the ropes. Ready? Let's have some fun.
It's just so much fun. This game just reeks of fun. Okay, the first thing I want to show you guys, which I think is very important. First of all, I'm going to just kind of turn down the sound a little bit. Yeah, that's good right there. Go to your controls, and right here, enable mouse look. If you click on all three of these, you'll essentially turn the game into an action combat game. So where the mouse moves the character around, and you can basically attack like this. It makes it a lot more fluid and a lot more dynamic. And if you hold down like the little squiggly line above the tab, you can free your mouse and do stuff. So just go ahead and just follow this. It's just teaching you basic movement tutorials.
Nexus is a big place.
And we're gonna get our hoverboard.
Gonna need some help getting around.
So I know that they have these awesome races. I think they call them like the Grand Prix. They have them every once in a while, where you can actually race other players through the world. They have these randomized maps that they have set up that when you participate in it, where you fly through all these these circles, these hologram circles and stuff, and race each other for rewards and try to hit the boost speeds. I've never participated in one, but ever since I've played this tutorial, I am so excited to jump in and give it a shot and race to the players. Come on. And look how beautiful the game world looks too. It's polished, it's bright and vibrant, and I know a lot of people don't like the cartoony aspects, and a lot of people like say it's maybe a little bit too cartoony, but I honestly don't think so. I think it looks fairly good. Like it's got a little bit of a punch to it. It's hard for me to explain what I'm kind of getting at.
I might have found Nexus, but the Dominion thinks they own the joint. There's a fight brewing, pure and simple.
All right.
The exiles have been fighting the Dominion for centuries. So
and there's double jump. Okay, one other thing I want to show you before I continue. This game has the best cash shop I've ever seen in an MMO. I feel like this is important enough for me to pause the tutorial and show you. Okay, so they've got all these awesome things, and they have all this stuff that goes on sale all the time. Hollow Wardrobe is like costumings. You can go ahead and kind of check out different costumes for your character. If it'll pop up, boom! Look at that, and they're pretty cool. Obviously, they don't give like any stat bonuses. I know some games do. Look at that. And then you've got all as well as dyes and stuff that go on sale. You can kind of customize your armor pieces. Now, you actually unlock dyes on a fairly regular basis just by logging into the game. They've got mounts, ground mounts, and hoverboards. This is one of the coolest mounts. You're literally inside a disco ball. And I just saw probably my new favorite. Oh my gosh. It's a freaking panda. Oh, I love it. And then you get pets. And I mean, look at these pets. They're brilliant. They look beautiful. And the best part is yeah, you can spend real money to unlock these things if you want to, but you earn these things called Omnibits just by simply playing the game. I'd say you probably earn about 2 to 3 about every hour, maybe a little bit more. So within about a week to 2 weeks, you could probably earn enough to unlock this pet if you really wanted to. And another thing which is great, and I know some games, cash shops don't do this, is you have your account inventory. You can actually unlock all this stuff for every single one of the characters on your account. For instance, I've got a pet right here, bind to the character. I just got it. Let's go ahead, and I got my War Pig of the Devoted, which is a rare mount that I actually earned from the game. And I've got a couple of dyes. I've got some stuff that I can set up in my house. I've got all these new pets and everything like that. Let me go ahead and show you in my... Now, if I open up my inventory, I've got a pet. And I've got a mount. I don't think it'll let me... Yep, it'll let me do the mount right here. Maybe. Nope, it won't let me do them out. Maybe, hopefully, after we head out of this place. It might let me do my pet, though. Let's go to my collectibles, pets, and Spacefaring Dagon, summon pet. Ooh, look at that buddy. Look at him. He's awesome. All right, let's go ahead and show you guys some of the combat. Now, combat's pretty easy because I can target multiple enemies at once, and then kind of just take them all down as they're in these telegraphed areas on the ground. So you can finish a lot of these kill quests fairly quickly in this game because you can target multiple characters at once.
Now move on up the hill toward the minefield.
But you got to watch out because it's going to show you that you got to stay out of the enemies' telegraphs that pop up on the ground. They give you kind of a small timer to make sure that, you know, you don't get hurt too. And some of the end game raids and dungeons get pretty hectic because you're constantly running all over the place, and it is just like a festival of lights, and it gets pretty fun. Oh shoot! Okay, maybe let's try one more time, and I'm gonna dodge out of this one. And there's dodging. Did you see that?
Some turrets on the ridge. You'll need to use your interrupt ability to stop their firing sequence.
I think it's my E ability. Boom.
And you can take them down.
So I've got this basic attack, and then I've also got a charge ability. I think like the longer I hold it, the more damage it does. Yep. Then I got a stun. Each of the classes, even though there's only 6 of them, are fairly dynamic in the choices that you can make. I know they've got... I'm trying to remember where I can pull it up at. Character... Nope. It might not let me pull it up just yet. Or Mel Social. Pull it up. They're also coming out with an update fairly soon that allows you to further enhance your characters past level 50. I can't find it, and I'm not going to spend the time looking for it. They might have gotten rid of it. I don't know. I haven't played the game in a while. Let's jump in. We got to kill some more of these guys. Just going to kind of pile them all up just so I can finish it off. And boom. Got it.
Impressive. With you on our side, Nexus will be ours in no time. I'm waiting for you nearby, so get your asteroids moving.
You leveled
also, this game has some of the funniest voice acting and dialogue in any MMO. All right, I believe next we're going to be checking out the housing system in the game. This game's housing system isn't just simply you got a room and you're putting furniture around. No, you have a little island floating like in the sky, and you get to put whatever you want on it. There have been some of the craziest looking housing plots I've ever seen in a game. Like people making haunted forests, from people making giant castles, just a whole lot of crazy stuff. My house is probably lame. You can like shrink in size, different things. It's going to show me a lot of these things once we actually jump into the map so you guys can see what it looks like. But I'm giving you kind of a basic rundown of what it looks like. And you can place things wherever you want.
Hey there, Exile. Looking for your home on Nexus? Look no further. Your land is your business with the Protostar Modifiable Landscape Program. Build what you want, when you want, with Protostar.
All right, here we are.
Protostar puts on quite a show, don't they? This here's kind of like a sky plot showroom. So take a look around and see what's what.
So they're showing examples of how you can place down different environmental like things. He just changed it from like a canyon thing to what looks like a giant, like, I don't know, seaweed forest. This guy's going to show you how you can change like this Ferris wheel. Look at that. That thing's sweet. And a lot of the stuff that you see in here, you can actually earn with those Omnibits, the things that you get from the game. Look at that. It's like a haunted forest now. This guy's going to show you how you can actually increase and decrease the size of several of the artifacts.
You can move your decor around any way you want to. See? It can be rotated and resized until it's just how you like it.
Whew, all right. Like, look at this stuff. I'm going to actually... Look at this. Oh, gosh. Glad I can't get caught on fire. It's amazing. Like, I love these housing systems. And I'm so excited to fully, like, jump in and explore my own housing system. You can also customize the music that plays in your house. You can change the sky to look at the way that you want it to. I believe we've got one last one right here.
Please accept this market.
Thanks for the tour.
Greeting.
And I think that's it. Now we're out of this place.
Marketing.
Now the last one I believe is going to kind of show us a little bit more of the lore. I can't remember exactly. It's been a while since I've played the tutorial.
Nexus is chock full of mysteries to solve and relics to discover. This should give you some idea of what to expect.
So I was right. Like, I don't know. I just think the textures and I think the snow places are kind of my favorite in any MMO.
Soon you'll be heading planetside. Elden tech may look scary, but you'll get used to it. If it don't kill you first. You'll find Elden tech like this all over Nexus, Skipper. Every piece is a clue to what the Elden were doing here. Some Elden tech like these circuits is harmless, but there's a good bit that's downright deadly, too.
So if you look at my screen, you'll see like this green check mark that now appears. If I hit C, you can actually turn in some quests doing that. Like over like an intercom kind of a system. Another one too, if you play as an explorer, you'll get all these primal manifestations that'll pop up that allow you to jump really, really high. There's even some areas where you accept these challenges, which are kind of like PvE challenges that will pop up randomly wherever you go. But you have to kind of activate them, depending on what you're doing. You could be attacking a creature, and then it'll say, kill as many of these creatures as you can before the time runs out. And if you succeed at it, it'll actually give you rewards. And I remember there was one where you actually have to race to the top of this mountain before the time ran out. And if you were successful in that, you were able to get some pretty good loot from it. So. And each of the enemies have these very unique telegraphs that appear on the ground. He's already showed 2 of them, I think. He might show another one. I'm going to maybe back off a little bit and see. Oh, there we go. See? If I wouldn't have dodged, I would have gotten some serious damage. So if you die in this game, it's pretty much your fault. Look at that. Look at that thing.
Head to the cryo projector and we'll start.
They've got. It's like. I mean, I can't actually fight it, but they've got a couple of these in the world that actually create these environmental hazards that you have to dodge them and not get hit by them. And I think that's it. That's it for the tutorial, guys. Unless there's actually... it might pop me into the ship real quick. And it actually gives you the option of picking 2 different places that you can spawn at if you want to. I believe. I haven't played all the races and all of their areas yet to see it, because they have done a lot of changes to the game recently. But they've all been very positive games. This is a game that the developers really, truly love. And this game deserves more attention. It deserves the spotlight. More people should be playing this game. There should be more coverage of the game. If you guys enjoy this video, please leave a like and leave a comment down below. Subscribe for more content if you really want to. If you want to see more Wildstar content at least. And guys, thanks so much for watching. My name is Koolio, and I'll see you later.